hopefully it would build a better relationship with them, and also just, you know, allow them, the police, to spend their time more effectively. Yeah, for me it was pretty surprising. Like, it seemed pretty obvious to me, actually, that this would be something that makes a lot of sense. So I was definitely surprised that this didn't exist already. Basically, you're taking the idea of 911 and bringing sort of like a modern approach to it. You know, everybody has a cell phone now, everyone has data, and it makes sense that we're able to collect a lot more information, which is both awesome for us. If we feel unsafe, we can provide as much data as possible to the police, and vice versa. They can also interact with us a lot more closely, and we feel a lot more connected to them and are able to get feedback on, you know, was a report handled, that kind of a thing. So I think that's, to me, is really neat, and like something that I think is very valuable for me as someone who you know, would like to report something if it does happen, and also for the police to be able to have that feedback. For me, it's often a gray area where I see something that I don't think is quite right, but I wouldn't want to go to the extreme of, you know, calling it an emergency. Like, maybe there's somebody who's being a little weird in the neighborhood, or I don't know, just like, you know, things that non-emergencies, that's probably where I'd use it a lot more, is for something that, you know, I would like to notify somebody that there's something strange happening, but I don't necessarily want to go to the extreme of a 911 call. Yeah, I think it's a really good idea, and I think that, yeah, for me, just knowing that it was acknowledged, that somebody did look at it, would be good. And I feel like, you know, it's, again, with these sort of situations where it's not a critical emergency, just knowing that somebody investigated it and said, oh, we didn't find anything, or yes, it maybe did turn into something, that would be really good, and I think would make me feel better, knowing that things actually got, you know, checked in on and actually investigated when you report. It would provide a bit more accountability between maybe not even accountability, just transparency with what the police are doing, getting a little bit, you know, having that feedback, as I kind of mentioned earlier, and just knowing that they're actually responding to things. I think hopefully it would build a better relationship with them, and also just, you know, allow the police, to spend their time more effectively, with like crowdsourcing data, and just like being able to correlate that, and, you know, actually making the reports that people do give more effective, because you're able to, you know, isolate or whatever, figure out where something's happening and kind of follow it. So hopefully, you know, it's more, working with the police is more transparent, but also hopefully it helps them be a bit more effective in their job. I think so, for sure. Like, again, there's situations where, you know, there's something again, not an emergency, but something I still wish would, you know, maybe get dealt with, that, you know, I think would make me feel better and give me a way to conveniently report something like that without, again, going to the extreme of 911, or having to figure out what the non-emergency number is for the police department, and then like make that report and go through, you know, all the, you know, the hassle of figuring all this stuff out. And again, even sometimes I don't know exactly where I am in a neighborhood, so just having the ability to say, hey, this is where I am, with the phone, using all that technology, would be something really good.